This is our hands-on review of the Google Pixel smartphone for Verizon Wireless. I'm going to start here with some screenshots. So we unlock the screen here. You can see my home screen. I'm going to start with settings. We'll show you what it's running. We're running Android 7.1. Last security patch was November 5th. There is an update or correction. The system is up to date. You can check for updates, just like any other Android phone. So it's the Google Pixel running Android 7.1 with a build number of NDE63X. You can see the home screen here is the settings screen is slightly different. Everything's basically grouped together the same though. Suggestions is basically, from what I've seen, is everything you've used recently. Four things you've used recently. As you can see, we're going to start with this one here. You can see there is Wi-Fi calling is available. We'll go through the activate on update emergency address. Shows you our office address here. And gives you the warning that when calling 911, tell the operator where you are. As a 911 operator who, for his full-time job, I'd like to say always make sure you know where you're at when you call, because not always are they able to get the exact location where you're at. For the most part, you can get pretty close, but sometimes, not always, you're not able to get the exact address from your cell phone. So if you don't have a home phone, make sure you know the address you're at. So now we have Wi-Fi calling on. Let's go back here. Now, the Google Pixel does have a fingerprint lock, which we'll show you before this review is over. So if you want to add more fingerprints, you can add. You have to put in your device PIN before you add them. So we're not going to worry about that now. And support. Say you have an issue with your phone. You can either phone or chat Google for help. I'm going to see some of the basic things you need to know. You can check here. Browse all articles. Let's go back to the settings. You have your wireless network settings, NFC, Wi-Fi calling, NFC, tethering, portable hotspot, VPN, cell network. You have LTE advanced calling, so you have crystal clear phone calls on the Verizon wireless network. You can turn on data roaming or off if you're worried about using data while roaming. Change your roaming modes. You want to reset your networks, you can reset them. Display, you can have adaptive brightness on. Nightlight. So nightlight tints your screen red, makes it less bright at nighttime, so you don't wake up whoever you're sleeping with, or it's not as tough on your eyes. Screen active for how soon your phone sleeps after you're done with it. I was using it, so switch it back to 15 seconds. You can get for anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. Change your settings for what type of screensaver you would like, whether photos, color, or clock. While docked, while charging, or either. Oops, sorry, we don't want to send help and feedback. So there's that. The display, you can have it turn on when you receive a notification. Change your font and display sizes. When you rotate your device, you can decide what you want it to do. Either stay in portrait view. You can cast your device. And you can change your VR settings, because they do have VR goggles that you can purchase separately. This is all your basic Android stuff that you have on all of them. It shows you how many apps. You can go through, see what apps you do have. Battery life, 66% left for about 5 hours. Which, with normal use, that's going to be about 4. Shows you how much of your memory you're using, who's signed in, tap to pay, what you want to use for tap to pay, gestures. Well, your personal stuff is the same as well as your system. Date and time you can set, change, 24-hour format or 12-hour format, depending on if you like military time or not. As you can see so far, the screen is pretty responsive when moving. As with all the other Android phones, you can do your groups. Oops. Nobody wants to see my Nexia app. It's not set up. I'll just bring up this game real quick here so you can see what the screen quality is like. So you can see it in the app. Then in the video you're viewing, you're going to see the exact screen quality that they're showing now. So you can see while you're scrolling through, even with any delay that might be through the Wi-Fi, there's no screen, or there's no, the Wi-Fi streaming that I'm using, the mirroring I should say. It's going through Wi-Fi and you see there's still no lag with the scroll. Okay, now let's switch back here to the video so I can show you some things with a Pixel that I like, that I don't like. One of my biggest issues is, if you look at it, it's very iPhone-esque. If you're holding it, somebody just sees you holding a black phone, they think maybe it's the jet black iPhone. Well, because I've had a couple people actually say, oh, you got an iPhone? I say, no, I got the Pixel from Google. As you can see, the port on the bottom is a USB-C. You do get 2 USB-C cables with this. One is a USB male to USB, which you can plug into your computer or your wall outlet or a power bank to charge your USB-C device. And the other is a USB-C to USB-C that you use to charge from the power bank that actually comes with, or the wall charger that comes with the phone. As you can see here, this is the wall charger, USB. The cable is USB-C to USB-C. At the bottom you also have dual speakers for stereo-like sound, and on the back is the fingerprint reader to lock and unlock, or to unlock your phone. You can see on the top there's a microphone for video recording, as well as the camera lens and the flash. Unfortunately, as you can see, there is no slot for a micro SD card, so if you want extra storage, you're going to have to buy the larger version of this phone, because it does come in 2 versions, or you're going to have to subscribe to Google Drive to get more storage options. As you can see, the top does have a headphone jack, so you don't have to worry about using wireless headphones. You can use your headphones that you already have. Biggest problem I have with this phone, aside from there's nothing fancy about it, it's basically just a standard Android phone. There's nothing to it. It's not like some of the other phones that have a large screen, stylus that pops out, something fancy like that. It's your basic Android phone that, well, I will say it runs great. There's no lag. It doesn't get errors. So it does run great like it's supposed to, but it's a basic smartphone. Second problem I have, aside from the no micro SD card slot, is the build quality. If you see the back, you can see here and here where the black has worn off already after only a month of use from just sliding this in and out of my pocket. You can see on all, there's some starting there too, mainly right there and there. It's all worn off. Show you up close. So that's a big issue for me because I don't use cases on my phone, so that's a problem for me. So just to give you some stats of the smartphone, the Google Pixel. Screen size of this is 5 inches. You can get the Pixel XL, which has a larger screen, which we're not reviewing right at this time. The resolution is 1080 by 1920 pixels with a pixel density of 441. Both those settings for smartphones right now are in the middle. There's some a little less. There's some that have better screen quality. Screen itself is AMOLED. And this phone, the Google Pixel itself, is splash resistant. So if you splash something on it, you don't have to be as worried about water damage to your phone. Can you go swimming with it? No, I would not go swimming with it. But you could. You can spill water on it, and you should be okay. Back camera is this one here, 12.3 megapixels, dual LED flash, with autofocus, with laser. The screen itself also has all the functions that you would, or the camera itself has all the functions you would expect from phone anymore. HDR, high dynamic range mode, which gives you good picture quality, and panorama mode. You can record 30 frames per second in 4K and 120 frames per second in 1080p. Which is very good video. That's one of the best things about this phone is the video quality and picture quality. I have read a couple reports saying there's picture issues that your phone will freeze and end up leaving pink lines in your pictures. I haven't had that happen on any of the pictures or video I've taken yet, so I do believe it is a small amount of phones that is affected by this. They are working on that for the people that were affected. It's powered by a Qualcomm Snapdragon quad-core processor and an Adreno 530 graphics processor. As you saw in one of the video pictures before, there is 4 gigabytes of RAM, and you can either have 32 gigabytes of storage or 32 gigabytes or 128 gigabytes. Those are the two options that are available. We have the 32 gigabyte option here. Battery is 2770 milliamps. They say it's good for about 13 hours of internet use, 110 hours of music playback, or 13 hours of video playback. I haven't got anywhere near that yet. Video playback, I'll get 6 to 8, maybe 9, depending on the videos I'm watching. Using gaming, you saw the games that I use on there. I can get 5 to 6 hours of battery life out of this phone. They're saying talk time's 26 hours. So it's basically all going to be on how you use your phone, what the battery life is going to be. There's a Google Pixel here, as we said. You can get it on Verizon Wireless in 32 gigabyte and 128 gigabyte varieties. 32 gigabyte will cost you $27.08 a month, or a full retail price of $649. And if you want the 128 gigabyte version, you're going to look at $31.24 a month, or a full retail price of $749.99. Available in 3 pictures. You have Very Silver, the one we have here, which is the Quite Black. Doesn't stay quite black once you start using it. Maybe that's why they gave it the name. I don't know. Or Really Blue, which is really blue. So you can get this Google Pixel from Verizon Wireless. As you saw, LTE Advanced for crystal clear phone quality on a Verizon network. Now, one of the features we don't have to show you right now is the Google VR, which is called Google Daydream. With Google Daydream, it's a VR headset very similar to the Oculus for Samsung. It's built specifically for the Google Pixel. So hopefully in the future here we'll be able to review that for you. So if you're looking for a phone like this, make sure you get a case. Continue watching Cerebral-Overload.com.